the big issue, at least right now, and it keeps changing, is about when it comes to the redactions. It seems to have to do with grand jury material, right? Can you lay it out? Why wouldn't you want that grand jury material released to Congress?
Well, first of all, some of the remarks made in the hearing are simply wrong. I mean, justice is not being asked to break the rules. I mean, the rule is you keep it secret and then you can ask a court to release it. So they're following the rules.
And there was like a twofold on that because Jerry Nadler seems to be talking a lot about the Starr report, right? That was independent counsel versus special counsel, and they're fighting about there were different regulations and different rules under those two things, which is true in some respects. Please keep going because it gets on the weeds.
Right. Well, I mean, the independent counsel statute required a public report to be written, so it is different that way, but it didn't obviate the 6C secrecy. So the purpose of grand jury secrecy is to protect the integrity of the investigation. You don't want to telegraph everything that you're doing, and then also to some extent to protect the privacy of individuals. One of the problems for justice now is the investigation's over, so it's a little bit hard to argue that the grand jury material is going, if it's released, is going to impact the investigations. You might say, oh, there's still some other matters pending, that's kind of case by case, but it can't work as a blanket reason not to release it. And then with regard to will it embarrass individual people, you see Barr's kind of using a belt and suspenders approach to that because he has a separate category for that. You know, that's something that they can argue. But I think historically the courts are interested in transparency. If by some chance it goes to Judge Jackson, she is very interested in transparency. And it's interesting, in that Holder situation, historically we alluded to, one of the reasons she ultimately ruled that material should be released, despite Justice's unhappiness with that, was that it was already so public and so much had already come out in other forums, there'd been an IG's report, etc. And we may see some of that start to happen. There could be leaks, there could be a few more quotes coming out, and ultimately I think Justice is going to have a hard time resisting this, at least at the district court level. Unknown, the Court of Appeals level. If it goes to the Supreme Court level, it's going to be quite a fight, really, over the power of the presidency.
I think at this point, though, we all need to put money on, if this goes to court, it's going to Amy Berman Jackson. I think we all just basically need to agree on that right now.
So I get a
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Much more to come on this. So coming up.